Good evening, everyone. Have you ever heard of regenerative farming? This topic should be important to you because this issue isn't just for farmers or environmentalists. It touches every plate and impacts every future generation. We're all connected to the choices made in agriculture. Regenerative farming should be the future of all big businesses if we want to protect our planet. To prove this, I want to talk about the benefits of regenerative farming, examining its impacts on soil health, its contributions to environmental sustainability, and the economic advantages of it. According to The State of Erosion on U.S. Farms, published on February 22nd, 2022 by Megan Schilling, the Natural Resource Inventory Program in 2017 recorded erosion loss across all states except Alaska. It was the 8 states in the Midwest, usually the Corn Belt. It totaled 775 million tons of eroded soil. Regenerative farming is using practices that nurture the soil, building its organic matter and enhancing the water retention. As we adopt these practices, we begin a journey of healing and protecting our land. The environmental impact is undeniable. Regenerative farming reduces our carbon footprint, preserves the biodiversity, and conserves water, a crucial resource for our shared future. According to the article, Enhancing Farmland Values Through Sustainable Improvements, written on August 17th of this year, and it didn't have a author on it. We define regenerative agriculture as farmland management framework where optimal soil health and productivity guide our management decisions, which in turn can lead to optimized farm production, biodiversity protection, and increased carbon sequestration into the soil. Investing in regenerative farming is an investment in the future. When it requires a shift in approach, the long-term benefits include increased productivity, cost savings, and a bit more resilience to climate change. According to the Boston Consulting Group's article from August this year called Regenerative Agriculture's Profitability for the U.S. Farmers, it states there's a potential of 15 to 25% increased return on investments for farmers once they've shifted from conventional agriculture to incorporating more regenerative practices at scale. Some may question the economic feasibility and the challenges of transitioning. However, history tells us that the adaptability is the key to survival. The transition to regenerative farming is a step towards resilience. Having that 15 to 20% return, you'll be able to invest in more products to help with soil structure like gypsum. According to John Soil's article, gypsum, an old product with a new use. There's 2 types of gypsum. You got synthetic and naturally mined. They're both made up of calcium sulfate. The synthetic is the one that they rake from the inside of the stacks at a coal-fired power plant. And what the calcium does is it bridges clay particles in the soil and causes the soil to stick together, causing a higher more flocculation, a higher porosity. And you can see within these, let me get these real quick. This one has the gypsum in it. I shook these both up at the same time an hour or 2 ago. You can see that this one doesn't have gypsum, and there's still a lot more particles floating around in it compared to this, where they've all flocculated and stuck to the bottom. And then this is it in its natural form. And it was just soil and water that was in the jars. So how can we make this shift? Well, education and training programs, government incentives, and collaborative efforts within the agriculture community are essential. It's a shared responsibility, and each one of us play a crucial role. The USDA's website gave me a list of regenerative practices like no-till, conventional tillage. It's just to help with agribusinesses make sure we are keeping our soil as healthy and as fertile as possible to feed our ever-growing population. In conclusion, regenerative farming isn't just a choice for farmers, it's a necessity for a flourishing future for us all. As we adopt regenerative practices, we're not just cultivating crops, we're sowing the seeds of a sustainable, resilient, and healthy future. Thank you for your time.